Hey, it's Timescrock11 with some updates to my LEGO Qmoeva and Galdr mechs. I believe that's how to pronounce them. So if you didn't see them before, these are some custom LEGO mechs that I made based on the Qmoeva and Galdr enemies in Xenoblade X. Because I had a bunch of Bionicle parts laying around, so I tried to throw them together however I could and use those for the bases of them. So I'll start with Qmoeva since it's not as many updates to that one, so it'll be easier to go over first. So moving the Galdr out of the way. First full view of the Qmoeva. So the updates to this were, first off, I added these disc pieces to give it more of the rounded look that its armor has. Added this plate here to look more like the rounded chest area. Added these to the claws to make them thicker, because before they looked kind of too thin and loose there. So this makes them look more menacing, I guess. Added more shoulder armor. So the arms aren't so thin now. I added, and I don't know exactly what these are. I assume they're meant to be antennae that the Qmoeva have on the sides of their arms. The railgun, I moved that over a bit because of the positioning where it was before got in the way of putting on more of the shoulder armor, so I changed where that was positioned. Then I added on these missile pods. In a way, I guess this acts as being the bubble bomb missiles, since you can just pop them out. Of course, visually it's not accurate, but just looks cooler having a bunch more missiles on there. And then also, not quite accurate, but I just want to add more weapons on, is I added a small little Gatling gun onto the bottom of the spike cannon. Also, the pipes are just part of the customization to it because it just looks nice having those on there. Makes it look more powerful. Or more experimental, I guess. So I think that's everything that I updated with Qmoeva. This part does not stay on there too well because I just have it have the center, I don't know what you call this, but that little part there going in over the Technic piece. So it's pretty dangly. onto the Galdr. This one got a lot more updates. So starting from the bottom, added these onto the legs to make them thicker. As you can see, a lot updated with this one. So added on lots more armor around the legs. So you can see there and there. Added this onto the bottom to give it more of the look that Galdrs have. Added a bit more plating up there. Still not completely accurate to the back of them. Still missing something in the middle, but I'll probably figure out something to put there eventually. Then the main thing, all these. I'm not sure what to call them, but Galdrs have all their weapons just floating around them. So since I couldn't have them actually sit independently of each other, I had to connect them via Technic pieces. So basically they're all on their own arms instead of actually just hovering around it. And put more shields around the arms themselves to give the look that the Galdrs have, I think, Gatling shields on their arms as one of the appendages that you can break off. I'm pretty sure the arms stay there, just the thin frame arms stay after you break the appendages, but the weapons on them break off. So that's what these things are. It's a bit hard to hold this thing because of all the stuff on it. And Galdrs aren't supposed to have any handheld weapons, but I just want to give it a sword and axe because I have lots of bionic parts and wanted to use them up. That was the main reason for making these things. So suggested that I try to make some other of the ganglion skulls from Xenoblade X. I have a lot more bionicle parts just lying around in the box, and even more Technic parts to use along with them. So I might try making some more custom mechas at some point. Also, in a few weeks, I'll have the custom scale, the Formula Zero Layla hybrid scale that I showed recently. I'll have another update with that because I went and completely changed out a bunch of parts on that. So within a few weeks, I should have another update of that one. And if there's any characters that you want to see as minifigures or Lego Pokemon, then see commission info linked in the description. And see you next time!